Hello and welcome to How to Make a Smooth Migration from r7x ERwin Data Modeler to r8 to r9.5, including the Workgroup Edition, also known as the MART. Upgrading can be relatively painless. The key is to plan your upgrade. We're going to go through the process, some checkpoints and best practices, and the upgrade frequently asked questions. For your planning, you want to review your as-is environment, describe your to-be environment, or the environment that you're trying to get to, and then plan your transition from the as-is to the to-be. You want to explore all the resources. We have CA Education, our product documentation. We have r9.5 upgrade and implementation information on the ERwin.com support website. You want to check with your company's IT department. You want to identify the necessary steps for the transition. And then you want to explore your transition in the test environment beforehand. Here we have a screenshot of the CA education resources that are available at ERwin.com support customer education. The product documentation resources include the CA ERwin Data Modeler release notes. This goes over the various editions of the ERwin Data Modeler product, such as the Workgroup Edition or the MART Edition, the Standard Edition, the 25 User Edition, and so on. It covers the new features and enhancements for ERwin in r9.5 and various versions. It covers the system information, installation considerations, general considerations, any known issues, any fixed issues, and of course it is the documentation for the product. We also have the MART server release notes. This will cover the MART architecture, how to install and configure a MART, how to upgrade a MART from R9.0 to R9.5, and also goes over troubleshooting information. You want to make sure that when you're installing ERwin that you also install the documentation bookshelf, and that could be done by selecting that in the custom setup as part of the installation of ERwin. For product documentation resources online, erwin.com/support is our website. Our knowledge base is erwin-knowledgebase.com. I recommend that you go up there. We've been putting out a lot of articles on how to better use ERwin, best practices, and also how to overcome any problems. Article 3716 goes over the steps to find the documentation for any specific release of ERwin. So if you are still on R7, it will tell you how to download the documentation for R7, R8, and R9.5. So 3716 is an article to note, and please look for that. Our online resources, please visit erwin.com. That's our main website, all about ERwin. There's a selection to be able to buy ERwin from that website. You can order online or from a reseller. You can also phone 1-800-225-5224, option 2, then 4. To upgrade, please see the CA ERwin support page that's available at erwin.com/support. We have product support available there, and we also have the R9 upgrade and implementation information available. You can also schedule a pre-conversion consultation with level 1 support. You can do that by going to the website erwin.com/support. We also now have chat available. You can contact us by phone, or you can open an issue right from the website. We also have CA technical services available. You can phone 1-800-225-5224, option 2 and then 4, or you can request that using the URL below, communities.ca.com, web guest customer care. So for your upgrade, you want to identify the necessary steps. This consists of software distribution, education, and licenses. You must have entitlements to obtain R9.5 licenses. You want to go to the ERwin page. That's at erwin.com, support, ERwin support. Under licensing, please click Get Your ERwin license here. For the person doing the upgrade from R7 or R8 to R9.5 Workgroup Edition, you will need the following licenses installed: a R8 Workgroup Edition license or a R9 Workgroup Edition license. You will also need a R8 Initializer license. Any R9 licenses need to be placed or copied into the R8 license folder on your PC, as well as also reside in the R9 license folder. The licensing is new and different from the prior releases. Please refer to your R9.5 installation guide for more information about this topic. This screenshot is a fairly common error message that we see in support, and Article 3612 ERwin licensing issue reference and frequently asked questions helps with this type of situation and others. So another good article for the licensing is 3612. So as part of identifying the necessary steps, you want to consider any database and or hardware upgrades. Your current database or server may be old or slow or no longer supported. So these sorts of upgrades are best done before or after the conversion, but not during. This will avoid the added complication of moving your database and encountering permissions or connection problems. Improved hardware will speed up your conversion process. Please coordinate with your database administrator or your IT department about this. We also have technical documents available at erwin.com/support to assist you in the migration process. You want to identify any modeling process changes. The R9.5 MART has been completely re-architected. Please see the R9.5 release notes. This goes over the new features for the version R9, MART, and later. You want to time your deliverables with your projects. You want to upgrade your ERwin Workgroup Edition MART, and you need to identify the resources, obstacles, and timelines necessary for each step, essentially project management. You want to explore your plan in the test run. Do a test run in your test environment before you upgrade to your production environment. This will allow you to experience any gotchas without affecting your production environment. It also will give CA technical support an opportunity to help you resolve any problems without affecting your production environment. This will allow for a more painless upgrade of your production environment. So what are the big points about going from R7 to R8? The new user interface in R8 has really changed. We added full support for various databases. Diagrams replace the stored displays. We have a theme editor, which allows you to give a look and feel to various diagrams. We have a spell checker available. We've added functionality, which is the bulk editor that allows you to edit diagrams using a spreadsheet-like interface and export data, make changes, and import some changes back into ERwin. The transforms now become transformations. They are permanent. They do not have the different look and feel from logical to physical. They have a permanent transformation. Please see the release notes for more information about this. There are changes to the reporting functionality in R8. The RTB and data browser reports are no longer supported after R7. That is mostly handled in Crystal Reports or the ODBC reporting tool of your choice. Again, please see the product release notes for a full listing of these changes. So what are the big changes about R9 ERwin? The Mart has been completely re-architected in R9. So the Mart is the really big change. The Workgroup Edition is designed for collaborative modeling for teams of ERwin data modelers. This allows collaboration and conflict resolution, change management and audit capabilities, allows you to have user permission and model security management. The R9 version includes a web-based model and repository administration. You can use your web browser now to administer the Mart, unlike how it used to be administered through ERwin. There are great improvements in the performance when going over a wide area network. It now utilizes a Mart server, which is a Windows-based machine. So if you're running your database on a different platform than Windows, you will need to acquire a Windows-based machine or use one of your Windows-based machines as this Mart server, which is a web server. We've added authentication via Active Directory or LDAP. We now have data encryption, so you can no longer do a select statement against the tables in the Mart and see the data. People who operate in high security environments such as military installations or banks will like this. We have more changes. Please see my blog. The URL is at the bottom. I list all the changes, the primary changes, and I have links to various articles off of each change that go into further detail. That's communities.ca.com/web/mapmart/blog. So what are the big changes about R9.5 ERwin? We now include a new point-and-click reporting tool called the Report Designer that no longer relies upon the user writing custom SQL to create a custom report as it was in R8. That is the largest change in R9.5. We also have updates to the metadata integration bridges such as Apache Hadoop, Cloudera, and Google BigQuery. Support has also been added for Teradata versions 13.1, 14, and 14.1. For more information about these changes, please see the R9.5 release notes. Upgrading your ERwin Workgroup Edition Mart. We have three options, essentially. We have the manual upgrade, the automated upgrade, or a combination of both of those choices. The manual upgrade involves opening and saving your R7 or R8 models offline. You then open those models using R9.5 ERwin and then save them into your R9.5 Mart. The automated upgrade utilizes our new Mart upgrade utility. The Mart upgrade will move the data from your source Mart into your target Mart for you automatically. Upgrading your Mart requires a new database instance to house the R9 or 9.1 Mart. However, in R9.2 and later, you can install multiple versions of the Mart in the same one Oracle database. However, you must use a different schema for each version of the Mart. The Mart upgrade upgrades a R7 Mart to R8. R7 users will no longer be able to connect to the source Mart. To avoid that, move your R7 Mart to a different database first, and then make that different database the source Mart. So which of these options is recommended? In my opinion, the automated upgrade gives the most advantages. It's basically set it and forget it, whereas the manual upgrade will take a very long time and start you over from scratch. It will not recreate the libraries for you. It will not move your users for you. It will not move your versions for you. So you'll have a lot more work should you go the route of the manual upgrade, and that will also take you more time. The Mart Upgrade utility is a new tool in the R9 ERwin Data Model Workgroup Edition versions. It automatically migrates your models, users, profiles, and permissions. You can selectively migrate your models. You can do your upgrade in sections at a time. You don't have to do it all at once. You can do it on one day, you can do it on the next day, and just do a few models at a time. All your models, a few versions, all your versions. We give you a lot of choices. You can run this utility multiple times, so you're not restricted in just running it one time. You can do the upgrade multiple times. You can start work on the first upgraded model in your R9.5 Mart before the rest of the upgrade is completed. You can pause the upgrade and start it again later. The Mart Upgrade utility does not install with the Mart server. It installs with ERwin Data Modeler Workgroup Edition, the client software, so it does not install with the server software. Please make note of that, as you will need to check in the ERwin custom options to install the Mart Upgrade utility during the installation time of ERwin. For more details regarding the Mart Upgrade utility, please go to erwin.com support or erwin-knowledgebase.com. Article 3719, How to Upgrade Your R7 Mart to R9 Mart using the Mart Upgrade utility, is the article to read. That article describes going all the way from R7 to R8 to R9, how to manage your licenses, and so on and so forth. It's also useful if you're just going from R8 to R9. So please take a look at Article 3719. Another good article is 3548, R9 Mart documentation. Where can I find the steps to set up my Oracle or SQL Server R9 Mart, including the database preparation steps? We also have a video available, how to upgrade your Mart to R9. The video will not tell you that the Mart upgrade does have the option to upgrade an R7 Mart to an R8 Mart first before it moves the data from the now R8 Mart into R9, so just making a note about that here. Should I do a manual upgrade or use the Mart upgrade? As I said earlier, the Mart upgrade utility is the most advantageous way to upgrade your Mart. The manual upgrade has the disadvantage of not being able to bring over versions, libraries, users, and other Mart data. It's like starting over from the beginning, if that's what you want. It is very time consuming to open and upgrade all the models using ERwin on a PC and then save them into the new R9 Mart. The Mart upgrade utility is selective, so you can move just the data that you want. It too can make it like you were just starting over from scratch if that's what you want. It's not as time consuming because although it can take a long time to perform, the utility moves the models and other data for you automatically. The ERwin Data Modeler Upgrade Best Practices. One best practice is to use the latest version of R7 or R8 when you're going to R9.5. The reasons are that later versions contain more fixes. The r7.35 and later version implemented a transforms corruption, detection, and repair processor. Earlier versions of ERwin allowed users to create transforms in a way that was not expected, and this CDR processor makes corrections during the upgrade from r7.35 and later to R8 and later. R9.5 Conversion of Transforms. When opening a 738 or later file in R8 or R9, all pre-existing transforms will be reversed or resolved based on a user-selected option. During the file open process, the user will be prompted to select the desired option, reverse all or resolve all. Excepted from this rule will be the MTM, SSI, and column denormalization transforms, which follow different conversion rules. Similar to R7, the transform conversion process will be implemented in a corruption detection and repair processor. This CDR component will have to run in live semantics mode so the transforms can be switched to target or source in the process of resolving or reversing them. In situations where the checkbox for Show Source Objects in Logical and Target Objects in Physical, which is under Model Properties, has been selected, the conversion will depend on whether the r7x model was saved while in logical or physical display. If it was in logical display mode, then this option will open the model in r9.5 with the source objects. The target objects will not be brought in. If the model was saved in 7.3x in the physical state, then the resultant converted model in r9.5 will have the target objects and the source objects will be lost. For more information, please refer to your r9.5 ERwin data modeler product documentation. The r9.5 Model Upgrade Wizard. When opening a model for the first time, the Model Upgrade Wizard appears. The first screen asks if you wish to keep the main subject area. R8 models and later do not include a main subject area. The main subject area no longer exists in ERwin. However, there is a model container level, and there is more information about this in the documentation and in our articles at erwin-knowledgebase.com. You also have an option of applying a default theme to each diagram. The theme editor replaces the former font and colors editors. You use the theme editor to set the formatting and display options for objects in your model, create customized settings, which you can then apply on the model or diagram level and save for future use. You can use different themes to identify models in development and models in production quickly. So the theme editor allows you to give a different look and feel depending upon where you are in the diagram, and to quickly transfer the same look and feel to various models and diagrams. When locally opening the model in R9.5 ERwin, when not using the MART upgrade, the post-load process will take place. This is a one-time process. Once you save the model as R9.5, it will not reoccur. Watch the advisories panel for any messages that come up. These messages can guide you as to how to convert that model should any error messages appear during the conversion process. The post-load upgrade completes, and that is shown in the window. And the model is displayed in ERwin after going through the post-load upgrade process. So in summary, upgrading can be relatively painless. The key is to plan your upgrade in advance. You want to go through the process that we mentioned, especially testing your upgrade first. We've gone over the checkpoints and best practices, and we've discussed some upgrade frequently asked questions.